smash the like button, and subscribe. What's up? How old are you?
Hey, 34.
Do you support Trump?
A little. It's more so I understand why people do that. I feel like you're missing.
Like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Probably Trump.
Okay, so you are a Trump supporter. Okay, so why do you support Trump?
It's really petty for me. He just pisses off all the people I hate. I don't care about policy or anything. I just hate like feminism, and I hate a lot of people. So,
Why do you hate feminism?
the hateful, delusional feminists chose a bear. They caused the birth rate to decline. I can do math. It's not feasible. America's headed for. I'm a lifelong staunch Democrat. I just changed up after Kamala when they said I
Kamala.
choose the bear shit. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so you said feminism. So like you think that the big problem is that feminism causes this decline in birth rate? No, that's just more so correlated with access to contraceptives. Access to
Well,
contraceptives, sex education, right? And also increasing like quality of life leads people to want to have less children as well. So like that's inevitably what has led to the decline in the birth rates. The argument that you're saying it's just feminism or can just be referred to as liberation of women, right, is obviously a reductive stance that you're using to try to justify your patriarchal ideologies.
okay, so I disagree. I think that because some of the most renowned famous feminists became anti-feminism because they said feminism is an extension of the patriarchy by bootlicking capitalism. So I can do math. It's not feasible. The
Well,
birth rate has to be
I
2.1%.
don't buy that narrative because I'm not a socialist. I'm not an anti-capitalist, and even so, if you're a socialist or anti-capitalist, you don't have to buy that narrative. So the argument that
But
all
if it's true, why
feminism
would I
has just
buy it?
what's up?
If it's true, why wouldn't I buy it? Because I can
But
do it's
you
it's
understand
literally
that feminism
factual.
is a constant progression. It's not something that's been achieved in just one scenario. We're still fighting for feminism to this day, and from an
Why?
intersectional standpoint, right?
Why?
Why? Because you
There's
understand that
nothing.
feminism, historically speaking, has not been fully and completely intersectional, and we're trying to apply that today. And also, even so, with feminism not being intersectional, it hasn't progressed in all ways in which it would need to in order to cause the liberation of women from the patriarchy. Patriarchy is still
Well,
very prevalent within the context of our society.
I would argue that feminism is regression, not progression, because if you have declining birth rates and you can't afford Social
Wait, but
Security
you're okay,
disability,
wait. So do you disagree with access to contraceptives?
it's not. No, it's not necessarily that. But I know I can do math. Like I said, the
Wait, so
birth rate has
if
to
you
be.
can do yeah,
Just
if
let
you
me
can
say
do
one
math
thing.
so well, then tell me what is actually the
Sure,
cause, right? Because you should know that correlation doesn't mean causation, right? So what
uh,
is the actual
so,
cause of people specifically having less children? Is it just the liberation of women, or
well, a
specifically
lot of
is it
people. I can
people
explain to
having a
you. It's
greater
not.
access to contraceptives, or people having a greater access to things that they need specifically to prevent
We're
that in the first
living.
place?
I'll explain it. We're living in the middle of a female narcissism epidemic. Is what the issue is.
You just want to come up with everything in order to like not address the argument that I'm making.
Well, I did because in
You
other
literally
countries,
support a male
Denmark,
narcissist as
Sweden,
the president who literally represented himself as God.
I would never vote for him. But I'm just saying, like, why would I vote for a woman when they
Wait, so you'd
hate
never
women?
vote for him? You just said that you would. You said if the
I
election were held
would, but I
today,
never
Harris
have.
versus Trump, who would you rather vote for? You said Trump.
Yeah, but I've never
Because you
voted for
hate
him. I'm
women so
saying.
bad that you're willing to vote for the utter
Yes,
epitome of
yes,
everything you
yes.
hate about women,
Exactly. Yeah.
right? In Donald
Listen.
Trump.
Right. I hate. Well, yeah. And
You
you know,
do.
I'm
You
married.
clearly do. It's clearly
I'm
a
married.
hatred of
You
women
know, I'm
here.
married with daughters. If they can understand me,
That does
shouldn't
not
hate
make you
women.
not hate women.
No, I know, but
There are
so if they
plenty of
can,
men throughout
no,
history
I
that
know
have
that's
had
not
been
my
married
point.
to women that
If
have
they're
daughters
smart
that
enough
have
to
hated
understand,
women
why
and have
aren't
been
you?
oppressive to women. That is the most
No, I know.
ridiculous
I get
argument I've
it.
ever
You're
heard in my
right.
life, dude.
But if they're smart enough to comprehend it, why aren't you? That's
You
kind of
aren't.
weird.
Why are you acting like I'm
No,
not smart
we can
enough? That's
compare
a straw
college
man.
degrees. We can compare college
All you've
degrees.
done
That's fine.
is engaged in logical fallacy, lack of reasoning.
Is
All you've shown is that you're an irrational
how
human being. You haven't
I
actually
can do
shown that you actually know how to construct an
that.
argument yet.
The
What's the
birth rate
argument?
has to be
You've
two
given
point
me
one
all you've
percent,
given
but
me is
it's declining.
fallacy
The
after
argument that
fallacy
we
and
the birth
literally
rate has
utter
to be one
bullshit
point five.
reasoning with no
The birth rate
justification.
has to be 2.1%, but it's going down to 1.5%. We can't afford that. It's
One
not
point.
feasible.
Wait,
That's
sorry. Repeat. You're
mathematically
cutting me
bad.
off. What I didn't hear you. Say that
Well,
again.
because you cut me off, so I'll repeat it. The birth rate, in order to afford everything we need, has to be 2.1%, and then we're teetering out
Not
to 1.5%,
2.1%, 2.1 per woman.
and then we're teetering out to
Bro
1.5. So
doesn't
we're
even know what
teetering
his
out.
own fucking stat is. That's crazy, bro.
I do, and we're teetering.
2.1%? What are you
You didn't even
talking
let me
about?
finish.
Percent,
You didn't
bro?
let me finish. And they're teetering down to 1.5%, and you see all the keep those numbers down, ladies. Like they're cheering for the
You can do
destruction of
math, right?
America, and then they get ABs just because their babies are male. Like that's not
There's
feasible.
no
Feminism
argument
is
for
not
this. This is
feasible.
all just utter projection. Let me know when you're done
How? I
crashing
can't get an
out.
AB. I can't get an AB. So how's it projection?
No, no, no. You're projecting like some issue that you have specifically in your life with women onto all women. That's clearly a projection, right? Because like
Listen,
this argument that you're saying that like women are specifically getting abortions because they're men, right? Or because they're male. There's actually no justification for that, right? You have no argument for statistics that indicate that that's typically the case. You're just making some sort of
there's
like
actually over a
projection based
million
upon
women in
likely
America.
an anecdotal experience.
You're wrong, though. You're factually wrong. You can look it up right now. Google it. There's over a million women in America that have packed together to do that because they don't want to birth their oppressors. Thank you. I win.
Okay, wait. What's the title?
Look it up. I have
What's the
no
title
idea.
of the
Is that like
source?
what? So do you remember when I Choose the Bear thing first came out? That's when I read it. I have no idea because I
Wait, so
don't care.
you don't know the
Because
source?
to
You
me,
have no evidence? You just like
well,
saying it?
it's true though. You can look it. I'm literally not lying. You can look it up.
Wait, but like,
So
but by the way, you just brought up 1 million, by the way. We live in a country of 350 million people, or
I
340 million
know.
people. I just want to let you know, there are plenty of other situations where I can bring up literal individual group chats of way more than a million men talking about literally rape fantasies, talking about literally
And
engaging in
why
raping
are you
women, talking about
fucking
drugging
rich?
women,
And
talking about
why?
assaulting women, talking about
Blah
perpetuating
blah
acts of violence
blah
towards women.
blah.
And the fact that you would
Good,
specifically point to
good.
one thing with 1 million women, even if it were true, as a prescription of
They
all
deserve
women
it.
to
It
justify
is
your
true, so
hatred
they
of women,
deserve it.
clearly
They
shows
don't
how
take
unwilling you are
accountability,
to
so they
apply that
deserve it.
same exact
It's
standard to men. And by the way, when I call you out for that utter hypocrisy, all you can do is sit there, cope and seethe, and try to
they
interrupt me the
deserve it.
entire
They
time.
deserve
Because
it.
when I call you out for your utter bullshit and the fact that you don't understand your own ideological positions, you can't even fathom that someone can
I'm
actually
right though.
have a
I'm
position
wrong.
against yours that actually makes sense.
Yeah, mute
Because
me and
you are
talk over me,
so
weak man.
narcissistic to think that you
Weak
have the
ass
only correct
feminism.
position,
You're
right?
weak.
And that no one else can have
You're
a
a weak
correct position,
man.
and that all women,
Say that to
right,
my
specifically are going
face.
to come. Wait, he keeps doing it. He keeps interrupting me. Can you stop talking? Are you a child? Okay, I'll let you go. Go for it.
All right, so I literally
Too bad. Dude, why are you crashing out like this? Okay, if you want to have a conversation, we can, but I'll
yeah,
give you a baby
but
bottle if you keep doing this. If you keep cutting me off like this,
you
I'm
know
going to
who I
give you a
need to
baby
be when I'm
bottle.
talking.
Like there you go. There's the baby bottle. Put the baby bottle right in the mouth. You're crashing out, buddy.
Harvard Institute,
What's the title?
Harvard Institute, Pew
What's the title?
Research, Australian Institute. You can Google it.
Title?
Google's free. Google's free,
Yeah,
pumpkin.
yeah, but like if Google is so free, you should be able to find the own source that you're claiming, right?
But it's even all over TikTok.
Wait, Google's
So
free. Why can't you find your own source?
do I have to prove gravity is
Wait,
real too?
dude,
Like it's
Google's
literally
wait, hold up. I never disputed gravity, right? Like I'm disputing that you have
yeah, I
evidence for
know,
the
but
source.
this is
So
real
would you like to
too.
provide evidence for the source?
How? You want me to get
But
off
by
the
like
internet, go
by
Google it, and
using
come back
free
and talk?
Google, to go look it
But you
up,
can't do
finding
that.
the title of the source, and then telling me on the stream.
Why
Is that a
don't
complicated
okay?
thing for you to do? Are you
Yes,
not
it
enough
is.
of a rational? Are you too emotional to do that? Do you need a baby bottle?
I don't know how to do that without getting off the live. So,
Oh,
but
he's
you
just an
could do it.
irrational being. You can swipe out and just go to
You could,
Safari. That's all you have to do.
yeah, you could do it
You
just
literally
as
just
easy
have to
as that.
swipe out, my
It's
guy.
actually on TikTok. It's
I know
all over
I know that's
TikTok
very
videos.
complicated for you to
Is it
use,
complicated for you not to
very
talk over
basic
me?
things on your
I mean, you're
phone. But
emotional.
all you have to do is
I can
swipe
tell you were
out.
raised by a woman. You were raised by women. I can tell.
Did you have a mom?
Don't worry about my family.
Ricky, did you have a mom?
Nah, none of your business.
Were
No
you raised
idea.
by? Oh, so you're mad that your mom wasn't there to raise you, so you're projecting it onto all women?
No, I have a mom. It's not projection. It's
Wait, so
we
then
can
you were
study.
raised
We
by a
can
woman?
study.
Wait, hold up. So you were
We can
raised by a
study
woman?
animals and see the differences
Wait,
between like we study
pause.
genders and races.
Pause. You were raised by a woman?
And it's one of the reasons why I know how women
Okay,
are.
so
Because we work it
why
out.
did you use that as a diss when you were also raised by a woman as well? Like, dude,
Yeah, but you clearly didn't
yeah,
raise
I
your
have a
dad.
mom. My mom was part of my life. Yeah. I
Yeah,
love
and
my
your
mom. I
dad.
love my dad. Like, what are
Yeah,
you
I
talking
can
about, bro?
tell.
I
Your
love my
dad didn't
parents.
do enough. Your dad didn't do enough, and I could tell.
Yes, he did.
Obviously not, because you wouldn't be like this, cut me off, interrupt me, mute me.
You're the
Because
one
I
interrupting me,
hurt your
sir.
fragile ego. You interrupted me.
Hey, sir, because of
Dude,
your
I
fragile
told you, just go
masculinity,
look it up.
because of your fragile masculinity, you've been interrupting me this entire time. Before I even interrupted you, I hadn't interrupted you yet. I was letting you speak. And whenever I disputed what you had to say because of your ego that's so very fragile, you had to try to cut me off and
You
scream
can't
over
dispute
me
it. You
because
can't
you don't
dispute
like the fact that I'm calling out your misogynistic ideologies.
Okay, listen, misogyny is reality. It keeps us safe. It's better. It's
No, it's
economical.
not. You're just a mediocre man, so you have to justify oppressing people to justify your
You're
worth in the
mediocre
first
too.
place. You can have worth outside of oppressing people. Did you know that? Did you know that you can do that? So stop being like this. Why are you like this? Find some value in something actually meaningful for
You're
the
muting
world.
me. You're muting me because you know I'm right.
You are a
Coward.
mediocre man
You're
that
a
is
coward.
unwilling to find
You're a
value in
bitch.
something
You're a
other than
coward.
oppressing people.
Dude, I'm oppressed. What the fuck? You don't want to listen to understand. This is why we lost. Trump.
Are
You're
you saying
in.
you're oppressed for being a man?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, by what system? The system set up by men?
No, I didn't set up the
Yes,
system.
yes,
No,
yes,
no. Women set
yes.
it
You're
up
gonna
too,
get
Bob.
mad about how the patriarchy is
Women set it up
disenfranchising
too.
you
Women
while
set it up
literally
too. Check
arguing
this.
for the
Women set it
patriarchy.
up too. Women set it up too. Women set it
Women,
up more than
women set
us.
it up. What do you mean, women? Women? You're saying women set up the system that
Yeah,
oppresses them? No,
yeah.
men
Can
set
I
up that
explain it?
system
Or we
at the
yap,
threat of
yap, yap, yap,
violence.
yap, 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 yap.
Yeah, you think that's yapping, but men set up the system at the threat of violence. That's literally what the patriarchy is.
Keep muting me, coward.
Well, how about you actually like engage with the points that
I'll,
I've made?
I will if you quit talking. So women are born with $1 million equipment attached, not us. We've been listen. People bend over backwards to do favors for them. The world was built for them. They made the world this way. To blame it on me is stupid. I wasn't alive hundreds of years ago. You fucking moron.
So
And
then
that's
why do
why we
you
lost.
so then why do you
You
act
prove
like
my
men
point.
are like
You
so
prove my
then
point.
you take
And
all
guess
of the
what else?
things that from
Guess what
men, you're
else?
like men have done all
Bears
these things
can't
to keep
vote.
society functioning,
Bears can't
but you're like,
vote.
"Oh, I wasn't
Bears
around for
can't
any of that,
vote.
so it doesn't matter."
Bears can't
So you
vote.
see how when it's negative, you don't take the implications, right, of all the things that men have done you prior, but when have men have done
I
things
don't give a
prior that
fuck.
you
It's not my
like, you
fault.
take credit for it.
No, I didn't take
He
credit
didn't
for it.
realize
I'm
it.
just not taking the blame.
Yes, you did.
Hey,
You
listen.
actually you took credit for a system that quote unquote kept women safe. You said misogyny, right, and literally oppression and patriarchy keeps
No, that's
women
my
safe.
mindset.
That's the
My
argument that you were
mindset keeps me
making.
safe, not the system.
Sir, that was the
No, my
argument you were
mindset, not
making.
the
I,
system.
I know that you might
No,
not remember your argument, but that's the argument you were making.
no, I said my mindset, not the system. My mindset's misogynistic. I don't think the system should be. So you're just because you don't understand it,
Your
you're
mindset
disagreeing with
about
me.
what the system should look like, because we were talking about what the system should look like, sir. Maybe you don't know what conversation we're having?
Well, maybe if you quit muting me and talking over me and act like a little girl, then we'd get somewhere, right?
Well, you consider acting like a little girl to be dunking on you in a debate is really funny. And
I'm
also,
actually
by the
dunking
way,
on you.
and,
When
and
you
by the
set
way, I
your
just want to
face up like
clarify, you
that,
quite
I'm trying
literally
to.
interrupted me, right, very first
No, you
time. If
interrupted
you go
me.
back and watch this on YouTube later, you're going to actually see
Uh,
that you interrupted me first when
no,
I
you
simply was
interrupted me
talking and you
first.
kept doing it
You're
over and over
wrong.
again. So then I simply
Well,
started
when you're
muting you
wrong,
because you've been interrupting me.
just say
And yeah, I'm
one
going to
sentence
control
and
the
two.
dialogue because quite literally you're interrupting me as I speak, right? I'm going to control the dialogue because I can. If you're going to sit up
Yeah,
here and
yeah,
act
but
like a
just say
petulant
one sentence.
child, right, a man child, right, a mediocre man child, I'm going to
Let's go
obviously
back
mute
and
you.
forth. Let's
I'm
go
going to
back and
obviously
forth.
control the
Let's
conversation because you can't have a conversation yourself. And if I'm not controlling
because
it, there's not going to be a productive conversation. There you go. You can take the baby bottle out of your mouth now.
you're a coward,
Good
man.
boy.
Like we can't just go back and forth one at a time, one sentence to one sentence.
You
You have
can't
to
do
fill
that.
in.
How about
Yeah,
you
I
do it?
can. You can
You
do
want
it
to start
now.
doing that from now on?
Look at all the tips I'm getting. I'm schooling
Wait,
you,
sir, do
buddy.
you want to start doing that from now on? You're not getting any tips.
You're the one that hasn't started. You're the one that muted me, talking over me. You say 10 sentences instead of say half a sentence, you mute me. You're a fucking coward. In face to face, I'll beat your ass. So don't act that arrogant,
Of course,
bitch.
you have to threaten violence because you can't intellectually engage in a conversation with me.
You can't. Say one sentence and don't mute me. Try it, buddy.
I already
Because
did.
you know I'm right. Dude, listen, like I said, I
And
can
no,
do
you're not.
math. The same reason Red Lobster got rid of their endless shrimp. Why? Because the motherfucker can do math. I can do math. And the
Obviously, you
birth
proved
rate
that you
has
couldn't earlier. You said
Hey,
you
there
said
you go
you
again,
said
talking over me. I'll be
2.1%.
glad to watch that
Right?
YouTube video later. You
2.1% is
coward.
the
You
fertility rate,
yes
everybody.
man. Don't talk over me when I'm talking. The
Hey,
birth rate
I have a
I
question.
told
What's
you
12
already, but
squared?
you can't comprehend it.
Hey,
You can't
Ricky.
comprehend
Hey,
it.
Ricky,
You're
Ricky.
too stupid.
Ricky, what's 12 squared?
Listen, the birth rate has to be
Ricky, what's 12
2.1%.
squared?
Hey, I'm talking. The
What is
birth rate
12
has to be 2
squared?
point. I'll just wait till you're ready for me to
Yeah, I'm
talk,
asking,
buddy.
what is 12 squared?
Let me know when you hear about the birth rate.
He doesn't know the answer? I thought you said you could do math.
I can.
So what's 12 squared?
All right, I'll make you a deal. I'll tell you what 12 square is.
He's
You can
looking it up
calculate
right
it.
now. That's what he's doing.
No, I'm not. I don't know. I would have did if I would have done that. I would have showed you about the AB and the over 1 million women band together.
I'm waiting for you to answer the question. You don't know
And I
math?
will after I tell you about the birth rate. I'll tell you both. I'll tell you two answers. So
Okay, well
the
then
birth
once
rate,
you're done with the birth rate, then can I ask you multiple questions then?
I would love that, and I'll answer all your math questions.
All right, I
Okay.
can't wait.
So great. So be quiet. Okay. So
He's
the
pulling
birth
up the
rate.
calculator right
Be
now.
quiet. No, because if I were to do that, I'd pull up the AB thing to prove you wrong. Because there's over 1 million women that band together to get abortions just because they know they're pregnant with a male.
And more abortions have
That's
happened
true.
since the overturning of Roe versus Wade.
More, okay. That proves
So
women's
then
right
you
to
still
get
support the
babies.
overturning of Roe versus
But
Wade,
do you
even
know,
though it
do you
led to
realize
more
how many
abortion.
and how many great babies have been born since Roe v. Wade is overturned? I really don't care. We can laugh all day, sir. But the point is, I can do math, and the birth rate has to be 2.1%, and it's teetering now to 1.5. How are we supposed to pay into social safety nets we need? You don't care about paying firefighters. You don't care about kids in school and feeding them. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I stood in line for 7 hours to vote for Hillary, and then 7 hours to vote for Biden. This isn't funny. Women are being great babies are being born, kids are suffering, more homelessness than ever. This is funny to you?
No, I'm not
This is
laughing
why
at that.
we
I was laughing that you
This is why we lost.
You're
Because
being
you're not.
dishonest. You're being dishonest. I was laughing at
How?
you said 2.1% again. So don't act like I was laughing at anything else that you said. I was laughing at that
You can look that up,
2.1%.
but you can't look up
Plus,
the AB
how do we
thing.
pay more into social safety nets? By allowing for more immigration. Immigration reduces the deficit and allows for us to pay for these social safety nets to a greater extent. So we should allow for more immigration, right?
No, no, no. So,
The actual meaningful way to be able to address that is that. By the way, it's 2.1
you
children
talk
per
about it. I'm
woman.
done talking.
Wait,
I
I'm
want
still
you to talk.
finishing. I'm still finishing, and you're cutting me off
Okay,
again.
I'll wait because you're just ranting.
Oh, yeah, how
This is
about, go for it.
tiring.
I'll let you speak. I won't cut you off at
All
all.
right, all right,
Make all
good.
your
Because
points.
so Democrats and Republicans, because they disagree on a lot. However, one thing they do agree on is that the birth rate can't decline below a certain rate. Well, the Republicans want to ban ABs, and the Democrats, like you said, want to allow more feasible legal immigration. Well, the thing is, allowing the immigration, they stopped doing that in Denmark and Sweden and those other places because they figured out it lowered their overall literacy rate. We can't have that because we can't compete with other countries. It's not feasible. I don't want to ban ABs, but that's better than the prior. Women have treated men like shit, and that's why we lost, period. And you're proving my point, and I appreciate it.
There's no evidence that legal immigration lowers the literacy rate.
Yes,
Also,
sir.
we see
Bill
benefits
Maher.
in terms of productivity,
That's
GDP.
a lie. See, this guy's
Can I finish
lying.
without you cutting me off?
You're lying,
I'm
though.
not
That's
lying.
what
I'm
it
like
does.
I know it hurts your feelings that I'm able to speak, but I thought
You're
I let you
wrong
speak.
because you can just
Are we?
lie
I thought we
and
were
then
doing
everyone
this
just
thing where we're
follows
like
you.
where we're letting each other speak.
No, not when you lie, because
Wait.
it
So then
does.
I would have been justified in cutting you off then,
I didn't
because you
lie.
were lying.
I
You
didn't
have
lie
no
to
evidence
anything.
for a
You don't
lower
watch Bill
literacy rate
Maher. You don't
at
watch Bill
all.
Maher. You don't watch any.
Can you answer this question?
Wow.
What evidence do you have that there's a lower literacy rate from legal immigration?
Okay, you can look. Why don't you look it up? I don't understand why you want to look up
You're the
shit
one
that
who's
you're
claiming
proving
it. So
wrong.
by the way, he's just saying look it
But
up because he doesn't have a source.
it's a fact.
No, then
Like
provide me the source. Google's free, right?
so,
Go look it up.
do you know Bill Maher?
Can you look up
Do
your
you
own source?
know
I do not like Bill. I do not like Bill Maher.
Do you know Scott Galloway? Like these are all
No.
professional. These are all I know exactly. That's the problem. These are all professional journalists, scientific, investigative. Uh, these
Bill
numbers
Maher is
are
embarrassing,
actually.
honestly.
Yeah, I mean, so are you. But anyway,
Okay,
um,
you can say that. I don't care. Now, can you give me your
I know you
justification?
don't.
What's your source for the lower literacy rate due to legal immigration?
Like I said, if I was able to do that, I would have backed out way earlier to prove to you about the AB and all
Oh,
that
if you were able to
stuff.
actually prove the points, you would do it.
Well, I can, but
Then
that
do
doesn't mean
it.
I'm
Then do
wrong.
it. Stop being a little wimp and do it.
But you're just as
Why are
capable
you
of
such a
doing it.
coward? Why can't you look up your own
Say that to my
sources?
face and see what
Why don't
happens
you?
to you.
I am. I'm saying it to
Get
your face right
Charlie
now. Turn
Kirk.
your camera on so I can
Do
say
it.
it to you. Oh, yeah, you don't even have the
Do
ability to do
no
that.
face to face, face to face.
I would
Where
never
you
go near you.
what exactly? Because you know better, bitch. Quit talking
No,
shit.
because you're a disgusting human being. You threaten
So
violence
are
against me
you.
because I
You're a
dunk on
fucking
you in a
liar. You
debate.
fucking lied.
You're a caveman. I intellectually engage with you, and because I literally dunk on you in that intellectual engagement, all you do in
Why?
this scenario is you say, "Oh, I would beat the shit out of you." Like you literally threaten violence against me. So of course I wouldn't
Try
go
harder.
around you
Try harder.
because you are
Okay.
literally not a reasonable human being.
Neither are you when you lie because it does lower
I
your
haven't
overall
lied.
literacy rate.
I
Yeah,
haven't
you
lied.
did.
I'm waiting for the evidence to prove me
I
wrong. Where's the
you
evidence?
can look at you could have already
Where's
looked
the
at it
evidence,
done by
buddy?
now.
You've got jack shit. Where's the
You don't want
evidence?
because you know I'm right.
Where's the
You
evidence,
know I'm
sir?
right.
Sir, I'm waiting for the evidence.
Yeah,
Where's the
exactly.
evidence, sir?
Yeah,
Sir,
you don't
I'm
want to
waiting
look it
for
up
the
because I'm
evidence.
right.
Where is the
Wow.
evidence,
You're
sir?
bet
Where is
you're
the evidence?
yeah. This is why Nick Fuentes
Where's
is
the evidence, sir?
This is why Nick
Sir, I'm
Fuentes
waiting for
proves
the
you're a
evidence.
bitch. You're a
Wait
bitch.
for the evidence. Any reason you got?
You need evidence for gravity too.
You
It's real.
have any reason?
Listen, it's real.
This
I
isn't,
don't know
by the way,
gravity.
gravity is
You
not
know
a
the Earth's
disputed
round
claim.
and not
So let me
flat.
clarify to you. I know that you don't understand the difference, but gravity is not a disputed claim. You know that Donald Trump does dispute science, though. So you actually might have to try to
So
provide
you,
broader
so you,
evidence than science to be able to justify that in the very first place. Okay, it seems like you need to have perpetual baby bottle because you can't be quiet.
so do you,
You
so do
gave
you,
no evidence that there was a lower literacy rate. Your source is literally trust me, bro. Please,
you
bro,
gave enough.
trust me. Legal immigrants lower the literacy
It's
rate.
true.
Please,
That's
trust me. Trust me, please. Google's free, but I won't look at my own source to be able to
why don't you look
justify
it up?
it.
Why don't you look it up? You're lazy.
Because you're the one that's lazy that won't look up your own source.
But
You're the one who made the claim. You have to provide the source of the claim that you're referencing.
but just because I can't doesn't mean I'm wrong. Prove me wrong then.
Yeah, but like that, but it doesn't provide justification that you're correct.
You
Do
can't
you
prove me
understand what I'm
wrong.
saying? You
You
have to
can't
have an
prove me wrong
argument.
then.
You have no argument.
Because if you tried to prove me wrong, you'd find out that I'm right. That's why you're not doing it. Fragile ass ego. Average feminist. You. Weak.
So you're
That's
not
what
trying to
you
prove yourself right because you
listen,
know
if
that
I
you
say
couldn't.
something, all
By the way,
you
based
need
upon
to
your own
listen,
argument you just made,
all
you didn't.
feminism.
He doesn't realize this. Based upon the own argument he just made, he's not trying to prove his argument right now because he can't. That's literally, by the way, that's the logical entailment of your argument there. I hope you know that. I hope you know that, dude. This literal mediocre man-child is just getting dog-walked. It is actually so embarrassing, dude. How do you even like sleep at night after this, dude? That's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really difficult.
I mean, if you looked up, does immigration lower the overall literacy rate, you would find out that I'm right. So
Would you like to provide the source then?
You can. I don't care.
That's it. You mean you can't?
I can if I wasn't on this live. I was just in comments.
Yes, you can. You can swipe out like any reasonable human being.
All right, let me see. Hold on.
Go do it real quick. If you can prove it so easily. Because you know what I can prove to you from the Cato Institute is that immigration over the past 30 years has led to a decrease in the deficit by $14.5 trillion. I can send you a study from the National Bureau of Economic Research that they've increased the GDP, increased wages for U.S. citizens, employment rate for U.S. citizens, right, and have led to better conditions for productivity. So I can give you multiple studies that justify this, and some of them are even in the bibliography in my bio if you'd like to check them out. But do you have anything? Do you have jack shit? No, you don't. You've got literally, trust me, bro. You're trust me, bro, maxing, dude. It is diabolical. You're trust me, bro, maxing. Alrighty, everybody, to give him a quick second. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. I hope get it out to more people, as always. Ellie, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Of course, I always will. Thank you. Alrighty. To give it a second for him to find this information. He's literally got nothing. I just want to be clear. He's not going to find anything that will justify his argument. That's why he wasn't looking it up in the very first place. By the way, he did figure out that he could look this up and didn't even realize. And he's probably speaking right now thinking that I'm cutting him off, but he doesn't realize that you can't speak to me while you're paused. Watch that. I guarantee he's going to come back and he's going to be crashing out. Oh, look, watch. What? Aaron, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Of course, I always will. Thank you very much, Aaron. Yeah, the guest is crashing out like crazy, dude. He's very emotional. It's actually unbelievable. He's very, very emotional. Get some baby bottles in the comment section for the guest on the stream right now. Of course, we need that. Alrighty.
I dropped the link in the comments.
You can't. You have to tell me the title, my guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I'm gonna see your random comment out of the literally hundreds of comments. Yeah, good idea. Why couldn't you just tell me the title? Like, use your memory.
Well, I found like 10 different ones. The one that I shared is effects of immigrant back something. I don't know. Like, it's literally, I don't know. I watched it on Bill Maher, and I don't know why.
I'm waiting. What's the title? You watched it on Bill. Of course, you watched Bill Maher. I don't care. Now, can you tell me the title?
Yeah. I like Eminem too, the rapper.
What's the title of the source? You said it was going to be super easy to find. Can you find it?
I just said it. You want me to go back and look?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me the title. Do you have memory? You probably said it when you were swiped out because I didn't hear.
Yeah, effects of immigrant background on text comprehension, vocabulary. I don't know. It's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of them.
Wait, effects of immigrant background on what?
Listen, you keep making fun of me and dissing me. I'm not even being disingenuous.
Dude, I'm waiting. Tell me the title. Effects of immigrant background on what?
Dude, Jesus Christ, you need proof of gravity too? I'm not lying about this.
Well, then I'm just tell me the title, dude. I don't know why this is so difficult for you.
I already did though.
No, you're not. I literally didn't hear it. I'm trying to clarify it.
Look up effects of immigrant. Hold on. Effects of immigrant background on text comprehension. And there's a whole bunch of other shit too. There's literally hundreds of.
Is it from Science Direct?
Yeah, dude, you can find it in Australia.
Is it from Science Direct or which one is it from?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to tell you where all you can find it. You can find it on Australian Institute. You can find it on Harvard Institute.
No, hey, dude, I just want to know which one you're referencing. When I looked up that title, is it from Science Direct? Is it from ResearchGate? Is it from MPG Pure? ResearchGate?
Science Direct is one of them, yes, actually.
Okay, so Science Direct. Let me click on this. Where does it say within the Science Direct that specifically that it reduces or increases growth of literacy? Oh, immigrant background does not predict the absolute growth of reading literacy. That's literally one of the highlights of the paper at the top.
Read the whole thing.
Yeah, you understand that it's testing that. It's testing those different hypotheses. And hold up. The significance in the finding. Watch this. Watch this.
I'm right.
It literally says ethnic educational inequity inequality represents a major challenge to our educational systems. In order to improve the educational outcomes of students with immigrant backgrounds, more research on group-specific particularities in the acquisition of scholastic key competencies is needed. The aim of the present study was to investigate the effects of immigrant background on reading acquisition, taking into account cognitive as well as motivational components of reading literacy. Additionally, we examined... Oh, it stops there. Where's the conclusion? Where does it say? Access through your organization. It doesn't actually provide any full of the that the article that you provided only provides half of it, actually, because the other half you have to get through your institution. So I would actually have to call up Matt to be able to read the rest of this because he's a librarian. You haven't even read it, so you don't even know.
I just pulled up some random ones, but
Yeah, you literally just pulled up some random link. This is what I
yeah,
mean.
but I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so then why did you just pull up
Because
some
they
random
did this.
link?
Well, because so they did this in Sweden and Denmark, and they stopped allowing immigration because it lowered their literacy rate. It's literally a fact. Like, I don't understand why you're trying to argue about that. It's like it was news. You can look it up. Like I'm really not trying to be a dick like you are to me. So
Okay. Do you think that legal immigration in the long run leads to our society as a whole having lower reading comprehension, or are you claiming that immigrants coming to the society from other countries have lower reading comprehension? Is that your argument?
I mean, I think that it has to be managed. I don't think we can just let anybody in.
No. Hold on.
And
Can I just clarify? Which is it?
can I finish? Can I finish? Because
I'm
I'll do
clarifying.
that.
I'm asking you a clarifying question.
No, dude. I don't need. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm asking you a clarifying question.
Go
Do
ahead,
you think that the
motherfucker.
immigrants are making our society have less reading comprehension, or do you think that immigrants are coming with less reading comprehension, right, in terms of where they're immigrating from? Is that the argument?
Short term, it really hurts our overall literacy rate. Long term, it's not so bad. But
Okay,
the
there's no
thing is,
effect long term. So you're saying, so by the way, when you say short term, you're just saying like when people are coming to our society, they have
but some.
less, but then like
Here,
given that they've been involved in our society, they would have the same degree.
so
And
here's what.
also,
Yeah,
it's not
but
like our society has a very high degree of
you
literacy.
like to hear yourself talk, don't you? So
I,
here's the
I was
thing.
just fully clarifying
You
that standpoint.
love to hear yourself talk. You're a narcissist. Anyway,
I'm a narcissist
so
for finishing my
yeah, so
statement.
you've
Yeah.
heard the thing: short-term pain for long-term gain.
Yeah, of course I
Um,
have.
so the concept of immigration, if you support immigration, you have to believe that, and I guess for me, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but we
And
have evidence
whether
in the long run it leads to beneficial outcomes. I just want to clarify
And
that.
here's the thing: we're struggling now, short term, and so much so that I don't think I care. Like I can't even think about the long term gain if I'm only going to be here for another 10 years, and it's just I don't know.
Okay, so then why do you support Trump then if he's making everything worse in the short term?
Well, sorry, my wife's listening
Yeah,
to music.
is there a way you can go to an area with less background noise because you
Yeah,
can't have that music on the background because it's
yeah, no, yeah, that's my wife. Sorry.
it's okay.
Um, I'm
No
not.
issues at
I'm
all.
not.
I was just saying because it's monetization. It affects
Okay.
the
Well,
stream.
yeah. Can you ask one more time what the question was? I'm sorry.
Um, sorry, I kind of just got caught off guard with that. I can play it back. Just give me one quick second.
Oh, why would I support Trump now or something?
Yeah, I think it's like why do you?
Um, Dude, okay, so here's the thing, Parker, by the way. My daughter loves you. She's 12 years old. So
Yeah, okay. Let me play back
I
this specific thing I said.
short term and so much so that I don't think I care, like I can't even think about the long term gain if I'm only,
Okay, so then why do you support Trump then if he's making everything worse in the short term?
well,
Yeah, is there a way you can go to an area with less background? Yeah. So did you
no,
hear my
no,
question?
yeah, so it's not really that I support Trump. Like I was trying to tell you, I've been a lifelong staunch Democrat. I stood in line for 7 hours to vote for Hillary and 7 more hours to vote for Biden. The only reason I even downloaded TikTok is because I heard this last election was going to be the most TikTok informed election ever. So I got on to see what was going on, and all I saw was sexism and racism from the Democrats, anti-YT, anti-men. Yeah, okay, you can laugh, but why would? Because I have a
You're
son. I have
you're so
no.
funny, dude.
Listen,
That like it's the most ridiculous thing ever. He doesn't see that from Trump himself, who actually isn't engaging in sexism and racism. Like it's like he sees it from the Democrats. In what way? Was Kamala Harris sexist or racist?
I think so. Phenomenon. That was so
A
cringe.
feminine omenon? Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not voting for that. Hell no.
Wow. He's
Yeah,
mad
no.
that there was a Chapel Roan song played. Are you fucking serious?
Hey, listen.
You were mad that they played feminine omenon. Are you
Hey,
serious?
you're proving my point, man. This is why we lost.
How? What's wrong with that?
Your
A
arrogance,
song?
your attitude, the
How
Democrats'
is that my arrogance?
pretentious.
I think you're incredibly arrogant.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Why do
Listen,
people act like like why do you act like I'm arrogant? I'm not being arrogant at
you
all.
are because you just made fun of me the whole time. Like,
Okay,
okay,
wait,
here's the
can
thing.
you
I'm
define
telling you.
arrogant?
Listen to me. I can. I am telling you. I am a lifelong staunch Democrat. I'm
So
trying to
then
tell you
can you
over and over.
define arrogant?
So do you want to keep losing or do you want to be better? Because
Can
Bill
you
Maher's
can you
not
define
losing.
arrogant? Why are you the
Absolutely.
one that is the monopolizing on whether or not we can win? I don't think you're the one that's going to be able to know that.
Why
I
not?
don't think our vote has
I
to completely cater around you in order to be able to win.
well, I think so. I think I'm the majority. I think most people
I
think I
don't
am.
think you are.
I am. I
I
absolutely
don't
am,
think you are. I talk
and
to
you'll
people on a
find
daily
out.
basis, and I
You
don't
will
even think you
find
make
out.
the majority of Trump supporters even.
I'm not listen. I'm not even really a Trump supporter. I just get why people support him, and I'm trying to tell you. You don't want to hear it.
You literally said you would vote for Trump over Harris.
Well, yeah, because, and I'm trying to tell you why.
Yeah, but you gave no justification. All you've done is
I
engage in
just
misogyny.
because you don't think it was, it was though, and that's the problem.